Look at that. Smells good. And I don't usually like the smell of coffee. But if you notice with this coffee, it's very light. I'm sorry, it's super dark here already. So the lighting isn't great, but it's very light and there's little white flecks in it. That's because this also has diatomaceous earth. It also has milk thistle, and it also has our collagen in it. So that's where you get a lot of the white from, is the collagen. I love, love, love that it's a black container. It's very luxurious, okay? I love the name, Sunrise Coffee, okay? It's got super nutrients in it. It's a hydrating coffee. It has electrolytes in it, which is very rare. I don't think I've ever seen a coffee that has electrolytes in it. So this coffee has electrolytes in it. Anti-aging with the collagen peptides. Focus, okay? It also helps with the appetite control, you know, the food noise. I just got, I don't know what is going on with this, but it keeps saying Rita is watching, and it's said it like 100 times now, and it's not showing me any comments. As you jump on, tell me where you're tuning in from, and let's see if I can see comments. So I wanted to go live and talk about this coffee for a hot second. My battery's dying. I've been on the phone with corporate a lot today. So this will have to be kind of fast and furious, but I wanted to give you guys some information on the coffee, some new information that I just received. I will tell you that I'm not a coffee drinker. However, I do like this. My husband is a coffee drinker. He loves it, okay? I typically drink the Perks, the punch mixed with the Perks. So I use the very high caffeinated stuff. I drink one in the morning. I get up at 5:30 in the morning. And then I drink one around 2 p.m. Okay. Now, the benefits in this Perks are a lot of the same benefits that are in this coffee. Pre-workout, yes. Collagen, yes. Nutrients, yes. Diatomaceous earth, which is food grade that helps you detox from parasites, pesticides, you know, all the things. And it's not like a heavy detox where you're going to feel bad from it. It's very, very light. You're not going to notice a lot of it, right? It's got, I'm missing something, milk thistle. If you know anything about milk thistle, it does a huge laundry list of amazing things, okay? So the milk thistle is wonderful. It's got protein in it. Protein already in the coffee. That's incredible, right? Now, you may have seen a lot of posts in here saying this coffee is decaf. Now, I'm going to set a little bit of that straight right now because we didn't have the exact caffeine count. So our CEO actually sent our coffee off to be analyzed by the scoop as far as caffeine count is concerned. Because here's the thing. This is a big tub of coffee. My husband's already used this today. It's filled to the top, okay? All right. And depending on how you scoop it, depending on how you shake it, you know, we noticed at the lab with the testing that it all depended on how you scooped it to how much caffeine was in each serving, okay? So, you know, with our neurotropic drinks, you always want to shake them, right? But this is so full. You don't get a lot of shake, first of all, okay? And it's also mixed with, like I said, collagen, diatomaceous earth, milk thistle, electrolytes, nutrients, so many other things. So it's a very big scoop. And is there a scoop in this one? No. I was going to maybe show you an example of a comparison, but I don't have one. It's a very big scoop, okay? So when you scoop out your scoop of coffee to make your coffee, you could have maybe a little more collagen and a little more diatomaceous earth and a little more milk thistle than coffee bean, right? Normal. It's not an exact science when you're scooping from a tub. Decaf coffee is 15 milligrams or less, okay? When scooping this out during the testing phase for the caffeine, it was averaging 20 to 25. So technically, we cannot call it decaf. Now, there's lots of times where you will get a scoop where it might be 15 or even 10, right? But because you can get a scoop that is 20 to 25, we cannot call it decaf. So we're going to actually put on the info sheet less than 30. That way, you know, it covers our butts, of course, right? We don't want any liabilities. We don't want people using this and getting a scoop and having 25 when they're expecting 10 or 15, right? So we have to be really, really careful with that. And so that's why I wanted to go live as soon as I found out, because a lot of us were talking decaf inside this group, and technically it's not. Now, if you use a half a scoop, because let me tell you, this is a big scoop. I wish I could put another scoop beside it for comparison, because, you know, our regular coffee scoop is probably 1/3 of this. Okay, it's a very large scoop. So if you do a half scoop of this, then it would be compared to a decaf. Because a half scoop of this is going to be, you know, 10 or 12 milligrams of caffeine, okay? So what the lab said is there is no added caffeine. The caffeine that you get is from the beans itself, because it's got Arabica, it's got Colombian coffee and Arabica coffee, right, in it. So it's just directly from the coffee bean itself. There is zero added caffeine in here. But depending how you scoop it, you could end up with more than 15 milligrams, which essentially is not considered decaf. So it's teetering such a fine line per scoop that we don't want to falsely say decaf and you end up with 20 milligrams in a scoop, if that makes sense, okay? So it's very, very low caffeine, no added caffeine. It's even greatly less than our lemonade, which my children drink, okay? So it's even less than our Happy Caps, because our Happy Caps have 30 milligrams. It's less than a lot of chocolate bars out there, right? But we cannot call it decaf. So I just wanted to clear that up, because I like to talk about the elephant in the room. And as most of you know, this team inside this group, we stand on a foundation of honesty, integrity, and inclusion. It's very, very important that I'm transparent about things. And I know that we did say decaf. You could end up with a scoop that isn't technically decaf, depending on what you get in your scoop when you grab it. So I just want to make everyone aware of that. As soon as I found out about it, I said, okay, I'm going to go live and talk about it, because I want to make sure that everybody knows, okay? However, I will say, with such a small amount of caffeine, when I drank this in the morning, instead of my Perks, which has 250 milligrams of caffeine in it, I had the same benefits the entire day. I felt great. I was focused. I was energized. I was clear thinking. I loved the way I felt. I still had that happiness mood boost feeling, okay? In a pre-workout hydrating coffee. It is exceptional stuff, okay? Incredibly exceptional stuff with very, very low caffeine count in it, okay? I can't see comments, so if you guys are making any, I'll try to circle back around and answer any questions that you may have. Of course, pairing this with the Happy Caps, that's our dose duo, and that's what gives you the ultimate balance: dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins, which is where we get our acronym from, called DOSE. And that's what's going to give you the everyday balance that you need. And imagine waking up in the morning and being able to have yourself a cup of sunrise coffee that is very, very low caffeine with 4 grams of protein in it, electrolytes, super nutrients, collagen. I drank it black, and I'm not even a coffee drinker. My husband loves it. and, you know, you can get your morning boost, but there's people drinking this even, you know, 7, 8 o'clock at night and having zero issues going to sleep. It is, you know, we pride ourselves in our all-in-one solutions and not having to add a bunch of stuff to it. This is it. It's an all-in-one coffee with your collagen, anti-aging, your mood, your focus, your all the things in a delicious cup of coffee. So that's it. That's all I wanted to tell you guys. I want to make sure that we are transparent and honest with you always. So you could end up with a scoop that's got more than 15 milligrams. So no longer will you hear us calling this a decaf coffee, because you just never know how much you're going to get in your scoop when you got such a big tub and so many wonderful ingredients in it. Okay. All right. Thanks for jumping on. Thanks for listening. Grab yourself some Sunrise, because you're not basic. Neither should be your brew. No basic brew. Bye-bye.